Daytona kicked off the 2023 ATV Motocross season, and it was an army of Yamahas up front early and down. But defending series champion Joel Hetrick did what he needed to do, establishing the early lead, leaving Bryce Ford and Chad Wienen to battle for second. Wienen used an aggressive line in the inside to pass the number 4 to get to the runner-up position and try to keep Hetrick honest. But the champ knew what he needed to do, and he got away, looking to capture Daytona for the second year in a row. The rest of the field, battles, equipment problems, and bad luck for the likes of Brandon Hogue. It's the same type of thing that used to strike Hetrick at this race, but this time he was fine. And he rolled to victory, and now we roll to Gatorback, a long-standing member of the series, returning for the first time in a while. Oh, this is gonna be good. We are back at Gatorback. Been a long time since the popular place in Gainesville, Florida has hosted an ATV National Motocross race, but they are ready. It is prepped, and these guys are excited about it because so many of the riders actually spend their off season in Florida anyway. So to go back-to-back Daytona and Gainesville, it's gonna be great. So they put the nice dressing on the facility, make it look like a national championship. There's the smiles of Joel Hetrick there. And we welcome our amateurs back into competition. The Daytona race does not have the full complement of classes, so this is actually the season opener for most of the divisions, except for the pro and pro sport riders. And to commemorate the return to Gatorback, we held a media day, gave the riders a chance to learn the track, but it's all under the guise that they're there for the photos and the video folks, for their own social media, and to get the local fans to know that we're going racing. Let's talk to our podium finisher and our opener. Here's Bryce Ford.
Hey guys, we're here at Gatorback. It's my first time ever to ride this track. You know, really excited to ride this. The weather looks good. Coming off a lot of momentum in Daytona, so I'm just looking forward to keeping the momentum going and hopefully get back on the podium and keep it rolling into Texas.
Yes, the next race will be a home race for the Ford brothers. You want to talk about how long we have not raced at Gatorback? Let Chad Wienen tell you.
Making our way here to Gatorback. Last time I raced here was 17 years ago, and I raced in the pro class then, and we're having a great welcome back. Track's really good for us today. Looking forward to the gate drop. That whole shot's gonna be all important key, but man, feeling good coming out of the gate. We're gonna try and put ourselves on a good position and get on that podium. Yeah, just coming off of Daytona, had a good showing there, came out second. We're gonna try to push forward into our race here, and just having a lot of fun here at Gatorback.
Well, let's really have some fun and unleash them with the stopwatch. Yes, they did get to ride that media session yesterday, but now we're doing it in anger. Got the dirt looking really good here. Way back, Gatorback was pretty sandy, and it turned pretty hard packed, but you see they've really managed the soil well here, throwing down some water, and it looks good, at least for qualifying. We'll see how it turns out in the motos once all the amateurs lay down tracks as well. There was Bryce Ford and Wienen. You got to watch out for Rastrelli. He is a born and bred Florida native, so you know he wants to do well here. Nick Janusa on the 15 out of New Jersey, riding very well. That's Logan Stanfield airing it out there. Max Lindquist, 7th at Daytona, definitely not what he wanted. Look for a bounce back today. Decker on the 23. Man, I love the look of that machine with the orange trim. That's Brandon Hogue going by, 3rd in the series last year. Had some hard luck at Daytona, so he wants to bounce back as well. Kevin Starr, the European Pro ATV champion, over in the series this year, the 311. We'll see how he does today. Michael Allred to the top. They still call it the elevator jump here. There's Cody Ford going by, Merman as well. Cesar Jimenez on the 101. Then our rookies, Aaron Salinas, Dane Mollander on the Suzuki. And here's Adam Ulrich on his number 68. And a Honda sighting, Andrew Scattle and John Glaude will round out your field. Joel Hetrick is your fastest qualifier, and we're ready for racing. ATV Motocross on MAV TV is brought to you by RP Race Performance, by Rocky Mountain ATVMC.com, and by CST Tires. Pumped to be back at Gatorback outside of Gainesville, Florida. Show you what the amateurs were doing on this track. Weather actually turned out okay. Well, it was cloudy, but actually that helps in a way. Keeps the track in good condition and keeps the temperatures down. Then the rain came all together. That became the theme of the day, just on and off rain. See Hogue getting ready there, Jimenez, they went for the mud prep. And that really became the key to try to adapt to the changing conditions, but Joel Hetrick does not appear worried.
Qualifier was really good. Going back and forth with times with me and Hogue and Chad maybe a little bit. I think towards the end I got a little gap, just figure some stuff out, figure some different lines out. Did some adjustments on the bike too, which really helped, and the machine's working so good that it makes it a little easier on me to go fast. So I'm pumped on it, I feel good, and I'm ready to go out there and get racing.
Yes, so are we. So let's do it. Riders selecting their gates for our first race at Gatorback. What did Chad Wheaton say? 17 years since he's raced this event? I'm not joking, there are riders on the line who were barely even born at that time. Let's go racing. Hetrick and Wheaton, a big pile up in the first turn. Oh, that is a disaster right there. Are they okay? And what is going to transpire now that the riders who have hogged, sheesh, feels like 99% of the race wins over the last decade are now at least in the back, if not out of this race. Well, here's Hetrick, he's back. Oh, but look at that, holding his arm, and then he almost goes off the side of the racetrack. Where's Wheaton? Wow. I believe Jeffrey Rastrelli is in the lead here at his home race in Florida, and he is hooked up and flying. We're on board with Hogue with the Rocky Mountain ATVMC on board. So Rastrelli is at Ford battling him. Nice move. So Bryce Ford into the lead. Zach Decker right behind him in third. Rastrelli trying to come back. Wants to win it for the home fans. He's not going to give it up without a fight. Split line section there. Oh, I thought Rastrelli could get him back. And you hear the crowd there along the fence line cheering this. It is a wide open day now that the contenders are in the back. Oh, Rastrelli, the inside line works over the finish line jump now. And he's back into the lead. And Zach Decker saw some signs of this last year, and he is picked up right where he left off. He actually runs into the back of Ford. I thought he had the pass made. Then not too far back, you have Hogue as well. We did see Wheaton back on the machine as well. So he and Hetrick are going to try to make their way from the back, but opportunity is there for these three to get a key moto win. Hetrick now up to 15th from 17th. I cannot believe what has transpired here. Let's see if Ford can Bryce go back after your leader, Rastrelli. You bet. He's right there on the rear tires. Fun to hear them go to the whoops. There is Wheaton. So again, he's up. He's got to be banged up or hurting at least. I hope it's not more serious than that. Nick Janusa is the rider in fourth. Hogue, who we had the onboard with, he's in a battle around 7th place, and Bryce Ford just keeps trying to figure out a way to get to the lead. He's working inside, outside. Zach Decker, he almost used that same inside line to get into second. That's what Rastrelli used to get to the lead. Hetrick has caught the pack. He's looking to make passes in bunches now, and Rastrelli's starting to get away. What has gotten into Zach Decker today? Maybe the best ride we've ever seen him put in. It's awesome stuff here in the Sunshine State. Hogue under pressure from Aaron Salinas. Michael Allred having a good run as well. We mentioned Nick Janusa. There is Hetrick starting to catch this pack. Can he be top 10 before it's over even? And Ford's not done. He's still looking for a way around Rastrelli. I mean, this is everything. This is an opportunity for the overall today. Because I don't think Hetrick or Wheaton is going to get far enough up the field here, even if they win Moto 2, to have a shot at it. And you can see these two are going at it with everything on the line. Hogue dealing with Lindquist now. Oh, Gatorback has brought the drama today. Who's going to grab a T-Moto win? It's Joe Hetrick. He's just trying to get some points. We are back to a wild race day, ATV motocross here on MAV TV. And Bryce Ford down to the inside. Bryce Ford. Oh, I thought he had the lead. He couldn't do that jump from the inside. Now Zach Decker looking to take second away. Decker has done it. Zach Decker's got a shot today. Same thing with Janusa in fourth. And now Ford comes back on Decker. Fantastic action. And Janusa just keeps creeping up on this group while they battle each other. A four-rider battle at the halfway mark. A good job by our onboard rider, Brandon Hogue. He has climbed up to fifth. He's been in a battle of his own all day long. Hetrick now top 10 in ninth. It's been a little slower getting through traffic for Wienen, but he is still circulating. Can Rastrelli hold on? This would be so big in front of the hometown fans to grab a moto win. I honestly don't know. Have any of these guys won motos before? It would at least be the first ever overall win for either of these riders that are running in the top four right now. So that's why they just keep pounding on each other, just working hard, trying to keep Rastrelli in sight. Ford to look over his shoulder. He sees Decker. As they launch to the top of Gatorback, and then comes Hogue. All by himself now. Wienen in 18th. He looks like he's hurting. Not hurting is Ford. He's right back with Rastrelli. He's been trying this line the whole race. This time he might have it greased, and he does. Ford has rallied back, so they passed each other 3 times. Ford gets Rastrelli. Rastrelli gets Ford. And the goggles come off. Ford gets him back, and he was eating so much roost back there. He's got to run and hide. It's all on the line right now. Can Rastrelli fight back? Does he have anything left? Ford is getting away. Did I see a little bit of smoke coming out of the machine, though? Oh, you'd be heartbroken if something were to go wrong now. Janusa and Decker still having a great battle for third, but here it is. 1 lap to go, and Moore looks over the shoulder. Ford is a big enough lead, but you know you got to be paranoid when you have an opportunity like this. This moto win could set you up for an overall. Hetrick has somehow gotten all the way to 7th, but that still would make the math very difficult for him to win the race today, even if he wins moto number 2. And Zach Decker, he would love a podium finish. Great ride. Wienen is just out there trying to salvage some points. He has got to be hurting. And that was a wild first turn. The wheels colliding with Hetrick and Wienen, and we have just not seen that. They've raced each other hard for a long time. I mean, that's first turn. That's incidental when that happens. That's just 2 riders going for the start. And the finish, here it is, a massive moto win for Bryce Ford. And a podium moto score for Decker, who holds off Janusa and Hogue. What's going to happen in Moto 2? Hetrick ended up 7th, Wienen 17th. So this is the day if someone wants to get an overall, who's going to respond to the challenge in Moto 2? Hetrick this time controls it, and everyone stays upright through turn 1. Rastrelli is right there in second. Michael Allred third. If you're Rastrelli, this is where you want to be. You've got to beat Ford in this moto to take the overall. If you're Ford, it's got to be role reversal, and Ford is in 4th. Oh, it's going to be a great battle. You know what Hetrick wants to do. Run and hide. Get as many points back as he possibly can. After a near disaster in Moto 1, lucky to escape relatively unhurt and to finish up in 7th. And he is starting to roll away from Rastrelli. Now it's on the line. Ford has gotten around Allred. Here comes Lindquist down to the inside. Where is Chad Wienen? We have now heard Wienen is out for the rest of the day. Oh, John Glauda is out. That looks to be equipment problems. Wienen has pain in his shoulder there, suspecting a collarbone. And he raced that entire first moto and finished with a broken collarbone. Unbelievable, the heart that these two have showed today. Hetrick and Wienen, a little bit different, might I say, lightly. Oh, we're going over that hay bale there for Hetrick. The hay bale pushing into the race line. A little bit different story, to say the least. The riders that are perennially battling for this championship and the race wins, but they're also showing all sorts of heart. And Rastrelli's keeping Hetrick in sight, and he has to, because he has to stay away from Ford. The only hope that Rastrelli has to win the overall, either he's going to have to pass Hetrick and put a rider between he and Ford, or he has to hope that pack back there swallows up Ford and Ford loses one more spot. As it stands right now, Ford's going to win the overall with 1-3 moto scores, and that would be absolutely huge for him. Zach Decker, oh, what has happened? He went absolutely flying. There must have been a mechanical problem there. I mean, he overshot the landing by 20 feet, and now the red flags are out after a career best moto earlier today. Just launched into the flat, and not even the best ATV can handle a landing like that. Oh, that is horrible. Just been one of those days. First, the big first turn crash that has taken out Chad Wienen, and now this. And Ford is gaining on Rastrelli. I gotta collect my bearings after that one. Zach Decker, you hope he's okay. Ford is in hot pursuit of Rastrelli, and they are putting Decker on the backboard, telling the riders not to jump that section. We're gonna sort this out. We'll be right back. Rastrelli and Ford battling for second. ATV Motocross is brought to you by RP Race Performance, by Rocky Mountain ATVMC.com, and by CST Tires. Joel Hetrick continues to roll here at Gatorback. Rastrelli and Ford still battling tooth and nail for second. And the pass has been made, but not for long. Love that split line, and it puts Rastrelli back into the number 2 spot. Wow. Now, before we went to break, Zach Decker, our third place finisher in Moto 1, just shot to the moon and landed way beyond the landing of that big jump in the back. He is out of this race. Suspected broken femur. Get well soon to him. Rastrelli and Ford battling. Ford, by my calculations, is going to win today's overall anyway, but points are paid out with each individual moto. So, honestly, Ford is looking at his first ever overall win and the points lead. And that's because Hetrick won round 1, but a bad first moto today. Ford on the podium at round 1, looking for the win today. Still leaning on Rastrelli, though. Gonna use this inside again. Watch Rastrelli on the outside. He did it before. He's able to double over the top and reclaim the spot. These two have put on two of the best motos you will ever see, going back and forth. Ford's still going for it. Rastrelli pulling away just a smidge. Janusa, he could inherit the podium today. Hogue right behind him, getting sideways. Will the math work out for Hetrick to take that third place spot? You're looking at a 7-1. And there you can see the huge gap Hetrick has opened up. Rastrelli and Ford still fighting, and this time, Ford wrestles the lead away. 2 to go. Well, I should say lead. It's overall lead, not the moto lead. Hetrick is gone. Back to this Janusa and Hogue battle. I believe that would determine 4th overall. Hetrick looking at 3rd overall. What a day. What a recovery for Joel Hetrick. It could have all come undone. As Janusa and Hogue battle, now a white flag is out. And I think I think it's over. I think Ford has managed to win that battle for second, and with the 1-2 scores, he is going to be the overall winner for the first time in his career. Hetrick, a valiant comeback, 7-1 on the day. Look at this. Just no giving up between Janusa and Hogue for this 4th place spot. And Janusa just able to hold him at bay. Checkered flag is out. Hetrick recovers, takes the second moto win. But here it is. Bryce Ford is a winner in Pro Motocross. That is awesome. Get well soon, Zach Decker. And here is your winner.
What's up, everybody? We just got done with our second moto at Gatorback. We rode a really good race. It was super fun battling. Now I'm the points leader, and I got my first ever overall win. Super pumped on that, and really excited to keep this momentum going into my home race at Underground. See you guys there.
Yeah, just a little unfortunate. I'm a little down. Could have got my first overall today, you know, being in front of Bryce and him getting around me both motos. But we had 2 good starts, and yeah, second place isn't too bad to start out the year. You know, we're up there in points, and it's going to be a good year. And I'm just going to keep plugging away and keep moving forward.
Got the whole shot and led every lap. Felt really good to do that. You know, after the first moto, I really needed that for points, and just finished up on the podium, which was surprising. So I'm happy to be here. We're over here at my trailer because I was checking on Zach Decker. He had a pretty bad crash, and wanted to make sure he's okay. So yeah, it was a tough day for me, but podium's a podium. I'm happy with that. We'll move on to Texas.
It all started here. Wienen and Hetrick collide in turn 1, and it will be a broken collarbone for Wienen. Hetrick would work his way all the way back to 7th. Up front, a tremendous battle. Zach Decker, Bryce Ford. There is Wienen trying to work his way back. Rastrelli led. Ford gets by him. Rastrelli able to fight back, and it went right down on the line, and Ford a key moto win. Decker was very happy to take that 3rd place. We go to moto number 2. Hetrick gets out front of Rastrelli and Ford early, and Zach Decker, a huge crash, and that slowed the field up for a bit. A broken femur for him. Hope he's okay beyond that. And Ford able to take the measure of Rastrelli late again, and a good battle between Hogue and Janusa as well. There it is. Bryce Ford, your points leader, heading into his home race in Texas on a wild day. For everyone at Racer TV, I'm Jason Wygant. Thanks for watching.